Record here. Okay, so thank you guys so much for coming. So I am super excited about this. I've never done anything like this before, but I had this on my heart for probably a good 3 to 4 months where I was like, I basically want to help you learn everything that I have learned through my journey with my business over this past year. So I was very much kind of like in a very similar situation where you guys are right now, where I was like, I actually consider it to myself that like I just basically started my business actually in March. So I want to show you and teach you everything through these next kind of like few calls we're going to do over the next month and going into February. And I want to make them really valuable for you too. So you can stop, we can ask questions. We do only have 40 minutes on the Zoom, but we can like chat back and forth about like what's working or what's not working. So I just want to pour into you with that knowledge that I have to you to really help set you up for success. So this is kind of be like my start of like our little team trainings, which I think are like super exciting. And the first thing I actually want to do is I'm going to start with this belief. And so we're going to start with kind of belief, mindset, a little bit of strategy. Then we're going to go into a little bit of like social story selling. So, kind of like how you can use your stories in like really easy, authentic ways. Like, I know, Snow, you post quite a bit about it. And that's always kind of a question people have of like, how do I post? But I'm going to give you some really easy ways that you can like tell your story. And that, because that's what people want. They want to hear a story. So it also feels authentic to you as well. And then we're going to have a guest speaker who's like my business coach is going to come and talk to us a little bit about sales. We're going to have a little month end challenge at the end of January, a little bit of intention setting in the beginning of February, and then a little bit kind of a wrap up. So it's meant to be fun and light and just kind of like weave into things that like you're already doing or like yourself, Snow, help you set up for like the best success. Because that's really what I'm the most passionate about. So I'm super excited about it. We're going to be building a really solid foundation here first, talking about belief and mindset and then goal setting. So you might wonder, I do have notes because I prepared for this. You might wonder, like, why not just dive right into strategy? And the reason being is because solidly believe if you don't have that foundation of belief and mindset and a little bit of like a vision of like where you're going, it doesn't matter what you're doing, you're never going to actually achieve that because you're not really taking aligned action towards that. So just like my case in point with my story, like I was a consultant for a year and a half, and I say I didn't really start my business until last March. And these are kind of some real things that I did that over the course of this few 20 minutes here, there's going to be a little bit of homework at the end, or I really want you to think like have some like real crystal clear visions about really the first thing question is what do you really want from this business. So I know like for Snow you've just started. I mean that might not be really clear to you right now, like you are working or your hours are going down, you're in university, but I still know that there's things that you want and passions that you would love for your life. And so I really, and same with Alana. Like I know you have, maybe they're a little bit deeper seated, but you still have really deep passions that you want for your life that this business can provide. And it actually starts with getting that vision about getting really unapologetically, not shameful, not guilty, clear about that. So for me, I always felt like when I would show up and I talk about the business, I would say, well, I'm here to just, earn a few extra $100, or I want to like stay home with my kids, right? But was that actually what I really wanted? No, it wasn't yes, I want to stay home with my kids, but I want to make money and a whole shit ton of it. And I want to drive the white Mercedes. And so when I actually like it felt guilty saying that, like Alana, you're kind of smiling, but like you feel maybe like a little bit guilty saying those kinds of things. But if you don't actually speak it aloud and say, like, this is what I really want out of this business can bring me that, it's not going to come to fruition. So the first thing is getting really clear on like what you really want out of this business. And it's usually going to be one of the first things that come to your mind. You can write it down after this class. If it comes to your mind right now, like write it down. I totally encourage you. Oh, I wanted to bring you something too, but I forgot it. That I want to show you how this really works because it's actually kind of mind blowing. And then you stop downplaying your dreams, and then basically taking aligned action and movement towards that. And that's where we're going to talk about goal setting. So really, the thing is that your belief I want to empower you guys to have confidence, authenticity, and really strong belief that you're capable of creating the success you desire. So let's just chat about belief really quickly, and then we're going to go mindset and then goal setting. So with belief, I really believe it's honestly the backbone of this because there's lots of different ways in which we can, kind of go about this business, but having that strong vision, that belief that you're going to create that vision is actually going to bring it into fruition. And you can set that out into shorter term goals. Like for Snow, maybe it's like I want to make $500 a month so I don't have to work as much as a student with my at your current job. With Alana, it's like I want to earn that, $1,200 a month, get to area manager so I can cut down a shift. And like for me, it's like I want to get to RVP so I can like cut down some shifts at my work, right? So our beliefs really comes in three different ways. It's belief in our products, and I've heard this a couple times and I really believe it's true. Belief in the products, belief in the business model, and belief in yourself. And usually there's areas in which you need improvement. So belief in our products, basically a lot of us joined because they made a huge impact on us. And I think for a lot of us, you can think about the confidence that you can have and what that experience is to share with others and authentically. And we're going to chat about that the next time. And kind of like just think about like where would you rate yourself in that and your belief in the products? The belief in the business model. So how would you rate yourself in the belief in the business model? So do you see others who have success with this? Like we have visible proof in front of us, me being one of them. My girlfriend Rochelle, who just promoted to regional vice president, like you think she was going to be on this call, but she just had said something with her kids. Like you think all these mystical lucky people get the car. It's like, no, they're just regular people like us who just have that belief, put it into strategy, and then they start like getting their goals. Okay, I'm just admitting someone in. The next one is belief in yourself. So like how would you rate that? So for me, that was honestly probably one of the hardest things and probably the most important. So if you've ever doubted yourself, really just know this: you're capable of learning, you're capable of growing, excuse me, and we are all believing in you. So when you start to build this belief, it's going to help you take that aligned action towards those goals that you want, that vision that you've had. So let's just talk quickly about mindset. So for me, I think that was like, do you want to say something, Alana?
Nope, I'm good.
You're good. Okay. I got my intercom brewing here. It's tasty. Yeah. So I think honestly for me it was mindset because actually had a lot of people question me and like ask me like, okay, like what happened? Like oh I actually had a call with a girl yesterday, or was it Monday? Oh, on Monday, like just like a sister sideline. She's a consultant, but she wanted to chat and she's like, what happened in terms of your flipping the switch and like bringing up the like success and just like getting clarity? And it was like honestly it was just my mindset. I just decided that this was going to be something that I was going to do, and that's really where the next thing comes in. So your thoughts that you have and the actions that you take are actually from your thoughts. So a lot of times, which gives you your results. That's what I'm trying to say. A lot of times you think that a lot of times that you think your uh, actions are giving you your results. But what's really happening is that your thoughts that you have in your head are giving you those feelings, which are then giving you the actions, which are giving you the results. Are you kind of following what I'm saying? So like it's kind of like comes to down to almost like kind of like a little bit of like an energy thing. So that if you're feeling like energetic or you're feeling like negative or you're thinking like negative thoughts about certain things, like your vibe's going to be totally different low. Like have we ever kind of like experienced that? Like your vibe is low. But when you're thinking, and it's really challenging because a lot of times you just get stuck in these negative loops, and that's like exactly where I was, just kind of stuck in these negative loops, stuck in this business about like comparison, stuck in this of like, oh, it's never going to happen. Meanwhile, I saw the evidence around me. I wasn't garnering that like strong belief in myself. Like I saw that I had belief in the business, I had belief in the products, but the belief in myself wasn't there because I wasn't garnering this really strong mindset. And it takes practice every day. And I'm going to show you at the end exactly how I kind of like how I like affirm this, how I like built up that mindset and resilience. So if you're thinking these negative thoughts, that's what's going to happen. And so, oh, two people entered the waiting room. Oh, Kelsey's. Oh, sorry, I got a little bit of a thing here. Okay. Okay. So kind of got my train of thought off there, but that's really what's going to happen. So the things that you can adopt about this is, of course, adopting a growth mindset. So believing you can learn and also improve with effort. Mistakes are part of this, are part of growth. They're not a failure, so don't think of that. Have resilience. So like if someone says no or something like that, it doesn't mean anything about you. You just have to remember that you kind of have to just I'm just gonna like switch my view here. I don't know if I can do that. Maybe. Nope. I was gonna try that. Try multi-speaker view. Sorry, I'm not quite sure how to like, oh, here's view. Speaker view. There we go. Now I have Alana here. Oh, now I've got someone else coming in. I have Bella here. Okay. Lots of people. Okay, yeah, Isabella, she's here. She said she was going to be a little bit late. So, gallery, second. Okay, there we go. I guess that kind of works. I can see you, Alana. I've got you at the big screen. I don't know how to work that thing there. So, okay, anyways. So that's really about mindset is developing that really strong mindset. And it takes practice because it's not always something that you're necessarily going to be that's going to come easy. And the one thing that I found about it is it's about really like working on it every single day. So I wish I would have brought my little book. Maybe I'll have a chance to go and grab it in just a minute, but I want to show you how this can work. One thing that it says is thinking of like of a time that you say like you overcame a challenge. How did your mindset help you through it? Like I think about things about how like we think it's a lot especially challenging like when we first start to like put ourselves out there, tell our story, talk about, talk on our stories, talk about like the green gut glow or whatever it might be and like really like put ourselves out there. And then you think about how, okay, I did it. It really wasn't that bad. And then you just kind of move on into these little steps. Like you think about how there was something that you did in your life that was like really scary and challenging, where it was like maybe learning a new skill, which is exactly what this is. Or it was, I actually thought about the other day about like, when you were like really little and you went to a pool and you jumped off the diving board and it seemed like it was like such a big deal. Do we all remember that? Like, oh my God, like I jumped in the pool or just something like that that seems so scary, but then you did it and you're like, oh, I gained so much confidence. And then you're like, you don't know that, but you're building mindset, you're building resilience. And the same thing comes to here, like with your business. You have these little steps and things that you can go on, which I will help walk you through, especially Snow and Bella, who are just starting. And those little bits and pieces that you do help adopt that mindset. So the next thing I wanted to chat about too, and I'm actually going to go get my little book because it's really mind blowing. I want to show you guys this, is actually about goal setting. So, this was actually like something super exciting for me because I wanted to chat with you guys all about the Tulum trip. And so I don't know about you, but I am super stoked and super excited about going and earning it and putting it on your calendar. And we are all at the same level in which that we can earn it, which is like super exciting. So when you have a goal and you have that belief and you have that vision that you've created and you have that like strong mindset that you're going for it, you're doing it, you're saying like fuck it or whatever is in your way, and you're just gonna do it, you're gonna be pushed more in that direction and start taking that aligned action to achieve that goal. So the one thing that I love to concentrate on that I am right now is this Tulum trip because there is literally no way that you cannot win with this. You earn the trip and you build your business. You build your business to earn the trip, and say you don't earn the trip, you've built your business. Like there literally is no there's no there like you're just never not gonna win. Like it's just like either you're gonna go for it, you're gonna earn it, you're gonna build your business, you're gonna build your business to try and earn it. Like you're going to either way, you're gonna earn the trip and you're gonna build your business, which is gonna bring in all this attraction and all this like momentum and like fun and just like positivity to me, I think that it really has to be the forefront and like focus of like what we need to work on for like the next 5 months. So for those of you who don't know, I know Tulum, Snow, we haven't discussed it as much, but like the Tulum trip is one that you can earn without a team. So you do not need to have a team of people with you. It's actually based on your personal volume. So with that, it's based on your personal efforts. So if you were saying, and I had the tracker, but I forgot it at work, I was going to print it out. So if you were saying to yourself, like, I'm going to earn this trip, my goal and my vision is to earn that trip, and you're going to start taking your aligned action. And when you say aligned action, because I always got kind of like a little like flipped up on this word, like, how do I know if I'm aligned? But it means like if there's like no resistance to it. It means like if things like feel good. So aligned action is like taking things that like feel good towards that, and like there's not much, like there's always going to be like a resistance, but it's kind of just like flows. And also in doing that, that also means that when you're doing something and taking aligned action and working towards that goal, there's other things that might come up in your life that you might have to look at and be like, is that going to move me towards my goal, or is that going to move me farther away from my goal? And then you make a decision in that time where are you going to do that or you're not going to do that. And so that is like, and sometimes it's uncomfortable, and I haven't really chatted about that much, but sometimes it's not really comfortable to do that, but that also means that it's moving you in the right direction if you're getting out of your comfort zone. And I know, I hear this all the time, and I feel like it's kind of like a buzzword, like get out of your comfort zone. But it honestly 100% is true. Like it was not comfortable for me to go on and declare like in March, like, oh, hey, you know what? I'm going area manager. But I just said, fuck it, I'm going to do it. And I had the belief and the vision that that was something that I was going to achieve. And I took aligned action towards getting me there. And I did uncomfortable things to move me in that direction. So your goal might not be as audacious as that right now, but you might have, like I said, something that you can think of that's going to move you towards that. So I just want to, Kate, just hang tight. You guys can chat. I want to show you this little book that I have. One sec. Got it. Okay, sorry, but I really wanted to show you this because part of your homework that I wanted everyone to do was to write out 5 affirmations. So you're going to think about your vision, your belief, get clear on like what your vision is. It's going to be audacious. It might be something like you might even like, and I'm going to actually encourage everyone on my team to actually share that with me because I think they're really awesome to see when they come to fruition. It can be audacious. It can be something totally crazy, like, not like totally crazy, but you know what I mean? Like something that you're like, ooh, it feels like a little bit uncomfortable. And I want to show you what I did. So when I started this, and like I said, I really truly believe I actually started my business in March. I didn't, I signed up as a consultant in February of 2022, but I didn't really start my business until March of 2023. That's kind of like how I feel. But I started with these ones and I want to show you. So I actually, like in January, I have this little book and I write my affirmations in it, and I've been doing it for almost a full year. And I want to show you that I started very first page. I put something like speaking in volume. I put 5,000 a month. And you know what? I thought, fuck it, that's not enough. So I put 10,000. Okay. I earned 10,000 a month in volume. I drive a white Mercedes-Benz GLS 450 because that's the car that I want. I lead a team of committed women. I am healthy and strong. I am a recognized leader. I kept I kept writing these. I wrote them out and I wrote them out. Pages and pages of them. And look, pages and pages of them. And then all of a sudden I had a shift somewhere around the summer where I started hitting these. I've had consistent over 10,000 a month since March, since I promoted to area manager. I have recognized leader. I've been on, like, I've been asked to speak on things. I have a team. I lead a team of committed and capable women. All of you on here. Like, are you seeing what's happening? Like, are you seeing what's happening? So then I started, probably midways to the summer, I started increasing my thing. I started putting, I make 20,000 a month. And I started, oh no, in May, I got audacious. I put 15,000. And then I started hitting $15,000 months after that. And then around, like, I think it was around, yeah, August, I started and I kept the one. I just changed that, but I kept everything else. The Mercedes-Benz team of capable women, recognized leader, healthy and strong. I added a few ones in there. Buying for me is easy. I wrote one, my passport will be here on time, because I was waiting for my passport. But then I stopped and I started putting $20,000 a month. And I started, like, writing those affirmations. And then in November, I hit over 20,000 in my volume. From now in January, where I averaged around 1,900 to maybe 3,000 was my average month. So are you seeing how having that strong belief, having that mindset, getting clear and in your vision, and actually working towards it with aligned action, no matter what, is actually going to make it happen? Like, I don't know if anyone else is mind blown, but I'm mind blown. But this can happen to you too. And that's what this is all about. And so now I've upped them. So now I've upped them. I upped them to start saying 40,000 a month and increasing them, right? Still having them, but I've redone them for 2025 and keeping on doing them. And so if you have anything, like, I stuck it to five, like I kept it to five to six. And so what happens is that your brain, your thoughts are going to be with this, and you're going to start taking that aligned action because you have that belief and you have that mindset, and you're going to start doing those actions that are going to bring you to that, and you're going to get those results. So now I'm going to be adding the Tulum trip to this one. And that's really how it works. So that's why with this first one, I really wanted to start with our belief, our mindset, things that you can be doing that are going to help propel you in that way. Because like I said, I can teach you all the strategy. I can tell you all about social media. I can tell you all about, like I can tell you to fake it until you make it, but I don't really believe in that. But until you get clear on, like, what's going on up here, which is the most important, which is what I needed to do, then everything else is just going to actually fall into place. We don't get to decide how. And I hate that saying because I'm kind of a control freak. We don't get to decide how. We only know it is. It's going to be like using that kind of language is what's going to help you. So a lot of times if you're feeling like, and we're all going to have those thoughts where your energy or you're energetically drained. I heard from someone, they're like, you need to go do something that's actually going to make you feel good. I think that was one of our other leaders said that. And that's so true. Like, there's some times where I feel energetic. Like, I had that conversation with Alana. She's like, I just feel kind of drained. And I was like, you know what? Don't worry about Arbonne today. You need to go and just do something for yourself. Do something that lights you up. And that's exactly what she did. And it helped. So there's that. So that's kind of what I have for you guys tonight. Maybe it wasn't anything earth-shattering, but it were things that I did that helped move the needle forward. And it was the first thing that I needed to work for in my business, which is why I wanted to kind of like start that off first, is having that strong belief, that strong mindset, and setting yourself up for 5 affirmations, getting yourself a nice little notebook. Like I have this one, writing them down, like I said, make them kind of audacious. They should be, oh, you got one? Yeah. They should be yeah, perfect. Yes, like they should be kind of uncomfortable, and don't fuck around and put something like I don't want to say don't fuck around and put something safe, but don't put something that you're like that you think someone else should have. Because like I said, I kept saying I want to stay home with my kids and make $200 a month, and that was not at all what I wanted. So like I want the big money. So don't be afraid to say it, is what I'm saying. So, okay, I'll take recording off here. And then next time we're gonna talk about we're gonna do like the story selling. We'll chat a little bit about that, and that one will be a little bit like more strategy wise that we can talk about. But if anyone wants to share anything, we have a little bit of time. I'll stop the recording, and then we could have a little round table if anyone wants to say anything. Let me press stop.